Hey everyone, it's V. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about something I am pretty passionate about, which is bullet journaling. So I think I have one vlog on my channel where I'm like kind of working on my bullet journal, so if you've seen that, you might already know that I love bullet journaling. A little bit about what bullet journaling is: it's basically taking a notebook and turning it into whatever you need it to be. It can be a journal, diary, planner. You can use it for budgeting, tracking your habits, tracking your moods, your sleep, your water intake, anything. They're super convenient and super awesome if you want to stay super on top of your schoolwork or just any work in general and stay organized. I really love using them. I used them pretty consistently from September of 2019 until maybe February of this year, and then I kind of stopped using it since school was online. I didn't really have the motivation to continue using it because I was at home all the time and felt like I could stay on top of everything pretty well without having a bullet journal. But since I'm going back to school in about a week, I thought it would be a good time to start up my bullet journal again so that I can get everything organized for the beginning of school. And I decided I would share my new setup with you guys. I have changed it from the past. I used to be super inspired by Nina Yu's or Ono Nina's really simple bullet journal setup, but I've also found a lot of inspiration from Kurori Studies on Instagram. I love her stuff. She has a lot of really cute notes and bullet journal spreads, so I took some inspiration from her as well for this time. I've been using the same kind of layout for about 2 years, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So I'll get into it. I'll show you guys my bullet journal. This is the one I have. I've been using this again since September of 2019. I did have one before that I used in 2018, but this one I actually kind of stuck with using. This is from the brand Leuchtturm 1917, and I just put a little chimney sticker on the front. It's just the plain black color and it's dotted inside, so instead of having a grid or lines, it's dotted, and I find for me that is the best kind of journal for me personally to bullet journal, because it gives you a little bit of a template and spacing to know how to put everything down, but it doesn't take up too much space. It kind of still leaves it minimal and allows you to fill in everything how you want to. Yeah, so that is the journal I use. I really like it. The paper is pretty smooth. It does ghost a little bit depending on what kind of pens and markers you're using, but I don't find it too bad. So like here you can kind of see the other page behind it, but it's not enough that it bothers me. And for markers and pens and stuff, I really like to use both the Tombow dual brush pens. See, there are brush pens on one end, and then on the other end they have a thin tip to use as a marker. I have these in the pastel set, so I have like 10 of them, I think. And then I also have a ton of zebra mildliners. I love these. I've been using these for 4 or 5 years now. They are highlighter tip on one side, and then again on the other side they have a thin point. So dual purpose and perfect for what I need them to do. And for pens, I like to use the Muji gel ink ballpoint pen, the ones with the caps. There's some where you click the back for the pen, but I like to use the ones with the cap, and I use the 0.38 millimeter size in black, and I love these a lot. They write super smooth, and yeah, these are my favorite pens, so I love using them for my bullet journal as well. And then last but not least, I like to use some washi tape occasionally. I have a few rolls from the brand MT, and I just think they have really pretty pastel colors and some cute patterns as well, so sometimes I'll use those to decorate. And then this time I also have some stickers. Sometimes I have more stickers than others. I want to kind of collect more and buy some on Etsy so I can make my bullet journal a little bit more exciting. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this setup. I will show you guys what I'm doing and do a voiceover so I can kind of talk about what I'm doing and how I do it. So just a little overview. This is January 2021. I usually do a monthly spread like this, and then I'll have a habit tracker, and then I'll have a page for each week of the month. And this time I'm gonna try to make a like due date and goal page kind of as an overview of the month as well, just to track that, and then have my weekly spreads, and then also have a reflections page at the end. That's how I like to set things up. You can always change stuff up, add more in, just kind of do whatever suits your needs. If you want to track your budget or track your moods or track your water intake, I know a lot of people do that as well. So honestly, there is no right or wrong way to do a bullet journal. Just do whatever is easiest for you, what makes sense for you, and just do it in a way that you know where everything is and you have everything you need in here to be organized. So yeah, let's get started on that. I always start out with my monthly spread. I use the same layout that Ono Nina uses, so I make a grid calendar for each month. I start by measuring out where the lines will go, and I make a 6x6 box for each day of the month, and also leave a 1x6 rectangle at the top of the page to write in the day of the week. It doesn't all fit on one page, so I have 4x5 boxes on the left page and 3x5 on the right. I add in a color in the middle of the top of the rectangles and then add the month title at the top. I used to use block letters, but I came across this style and I think it looks a lot cuter, and I like how it kind of looks like watercolor. So I'm using my markers to write out September 2021, and then I'm drawing bubble letters over top with pen. Now I'm adding in the days of the week, starting with Sunday. I'm honestly doing all of this very sporadically, I apologize. But for the calendar, I block off the days that don't belong in September with a different color box in the top left corners. So here I have the last 3 days of August and the first 2 days of October in gray, whereas the rest of the days in September I'm putting in blue. I then add in a numbered date to each box. I then add a line for both future and notes on the right side, and here I decided to add some stickers now for whatever reason, and also decorate the line at the top to make it a bit more cute. And then I'm adding in the titles for future and notes, and I also decided to add some blue washi tape to decorate the page a bit more. I don't have that much info on my school schedule yet, so I'm just adding in a few important dates that I already know of, and that is it for the monthly spread. On the next page, I'm making my habit tracker, so I'm starting off here by making the title at the top with the same font that I used for my monthly spread. I track about 9 habits each month, and for each of those, I make a line that is 1x7 dots long to have a box underneath for each day of the week. I then leave 6 boxes in between it and the next one. I used to draw out grids under each to resemble a calendar, but I felt it looked a little bit too bulky for my liking. And then I just add the name of each habit to each of those lines. So much like the monthly spread, I block off the days that aren't in September in gray, and I did mess up a few times, but that's fine. And then when I complete a habit, I'll just place a dot in the box corresponding to the day that I completed it. And I also added another sticker because I thought he was cute. On the following page, I'm creating something new for me, which is kind of an overview page for the things I need or want to get done this month. So I'm adding a spot for due dates with 4 lines to add in the title of each of the classes I'm taking this year, and I will fill these out with due dates when I actually know when they are. Next to this, I'm creating a little box for my goals. I'm writing the title at the top and adding boxes for when I decide what to write here, so I can check off the goals when they're completed. If you didn't know, I am on the executive team for a club at my uni, so I decided to add a box at the bottom specifically for those plans so I can stay on top of those duties as well. Next, I'm starting on my weekly spread. I haven't done one like this before, but I was inspired by Kurori Studies on Instagram. So I start by drawing 7 lines with 3 boxes in between for each day of the week, and then writing the day of the week in at the top as well as the day of the month on the end. On the right hand side, I'm adding a spot for priority tasks, regular tasks, and notes. I find the priority list helps me manage my time better and know which tasks are the most urgent for me to get done. In the bottom left corner, I'm adding which days the spread spans, so this one is August 29th to September 4th. I decided to do the other weekly spreads off camera since they're all pretty much the same, so here I am making my reflections page. This one is super simple. I'm just writing a title at the top, and that's it. So this is a spot for me to reflect either throughout or at the end of each month. And that is everything that I put into my bullet journal, so I decided I'd give you a quick little flip through. So here's the monthly spread, and my habit tracker and due date and goal tracker, and my weekly spreads, and then my reflections page at the end. Alright, so that is everything that I did in my bullet journal for this month. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the color theme that I chose. I love blue, and normally I'll just do like a solid color per month, but I decided adding in a few extra colors would be fun and keep the pages looking a little bit more visually interesting. And when my bullet journal is cute, I'm definitely a lot more motivated to use it because I love looking at the pretty pages. I'll usually do the month in advance just so I don't feel stressed having to keep up every week, but you can do that as well. So yeah, I just think it turned out really cute. I don't have any of my syllabi for my classes yet, which is kind of annoying. I like to have those early so I can kind of plan everything. But yeah, I will just kind of fill this out once school starts, and yeah, I think it'll be really helpful for me. I like having spaces for priority tasks and also just regular tasks and notes. I think that'll be really helpful, just so I know what is most urgent for me to be doing, and also tasks that don't have anything to do with school but just things I need to do personally. And of course, I love having a reflections page at the end, just because it's nice to be able to look back on your month and also kind of write down what you're grateful for, things like that. I think it's good to switch up your bullet journal spread sometimes, but also I love switching it up a little bit, but I don't want it to be too complicated and too extra, because sometimes that just takes me way too much time, and I am a little bit of a perfectionist, so doing it this way just lets me chill a little bit more. All right, so that is everything for this video. I hope I could offer some inspiration or just offer a nice relaxing video to watch. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!